Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about a new listing that Binance made today called the Polkastarter project or POLS in the innovation zone, right? So the announcement reads as follows: Binance will list Polkastarter in the innovation zone. Binance will list Polkastarter in the innovation zone and will open trading for POLS BTC, POLS BNB, POLS BUSD, and POLS USDT trading pairs. Users can now start depositing POLS in preparation for trading, right? So, what is Polkastarter? Polkastarter is a decentralized fundraising platform running on the Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum. POLS is the native utility token of Polkastarter and is used for IDO, whitelisting, governance, staking, and liquidity mining, right? So again, if you guys know anything about decentralized IDO platforms, um, you might have already heard about Polkastarter, which is one of the most popular IDOs out there. It is a Polkadot based project which enables projects to develop fundraising in a decentralized manner. Not only that, it's also currently available on the Binance Smart Chain on top of the Ethereum network as well. So they have a native utility token called POLS token, and this is the token that's being listed on Binance. And this token is basically used for IDO whitelisting. So if you want to participate in an IDO, then you'd have to probably hold a bit of POLS tokens on your wallet if you want to participate on IDOs on the Ethereum blockchain. And POLS is also a governance token, so you'd have voting rights on the platform. You can also stake POLS tokens, and you can also earn it by liquidity mining, right? So basically, a very popular IDO project has finally been launched on the Binance Smart Chain. As always, I'm going to go through the Binance research page for more information. So if you guys want to do your own research, which I highly recommend you guys to do, I suggest you to go to Binance research for any project that's listed on Binance. It will provide a brief overview of what the project is and what it aims to do, and it will also give links to valuable information that can be used to do the deep dive on projects, right? So for Polkastarter, the main selling feature is basically it's a platform to discover and participate in initial decentralized offerings on Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum, right? So basically, it's an IDO platform, initial DEX offering or initial decentralized offerings. It's basically an initial decentralized offerings that's available on the Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum, right? So Polkastarter is a platform to launch and manage IDOs. An IDO is a pre-listing token distribution where early stage projects will sell a limited amount of their tokens to whitelisted community members, right? So again, the main feature of an IDO is it allows for people to access a particular project that they're interested in and get the tokens before it is even available on the public or before it is even listed on public decentralized exchanges or centralized exchanges, so that people can kind of buy this token for an incredibly low price. And the moment it gets listed on the market in Uniswap or SushiSwap, the token immediately skyrockets and at least does a minimum of 2x and a maximum of 100x or even more than that, right? And Polkastarter has been the home for several popular projects, and some of those tokens have done pretty much consistently above 50 to 100x easily, and it's a consistent source of kind of like new projects, new and exciting decentralized projects, right? For projects, Polkastarter caters to the issues of fundraising, community growth, and sustainable token distributions. Moreover, Polkastarter's fixed swaps ensure no community member can own outsized positions of the token, protecting against volatility after a decentralized listing. So again, there's a little bit of detailed information that has to be unpacked here. So when you have a project that you want to raise funds for, you can basically use Polkastarter because it kind of caters to all the traditional issues that you face when it comes to fundraising. It also facilitates community growth because Polkastarter, being one of the most popular IDO platforms, has a very strong community who are very supportive, and also it offers sustainable token distributions, which means if you have a project with, let's say, 100 million tokens, the token allocation through Polkastarter is going to be very sustainable, that no one person can have extremely high allocations for your token, right? So that's basically what it does for projects, to build projects. Moreover, Polkastarter's fixed swaps ensure no community member can own outsized positions of the token, protecting against volatility after after decentralized listing, right? So one of the other main features of Polkastarter is basically fixed swaps. So this is a mechanism that basically ensures that no community member gets a biased preference or even unusual allocation that kind of oversizes their position and enables them to dump the tokens once the public decentralized listing goes live, right? So that's something that's very unique to Polkastarter. For participants, Polkastarter provides early token access and project exposure, pre-listing access, and low entry prices to initial fundraisers of projects are typically reserved for large investors. Polkastarter gives community members early access to projects that have been vetted by the Polkastarter team, right? So for people who want to participate and be on the receiving end of the tokens, you basically have early access to tokens. That's basically what an IDO platform does. And it also gives you exposure to projects that are basically vetted and kind of rigorously researched for the quality of the project by the Polkastarter team. So on top of doing your own research, which you obviously have to do regardless of what you plan to invest in, Polkastarter also do rigorous screening and make sure that they don't really allow for scammy projects to be listed on Polkastarter. So any project that gets listed on Polkastarter can be trusted to be a good quality project which won't have any serious major scam issues, right? So that's basically what Polkastarter is offering for the clients. Pre-listing access and low entry prices to initial fund raises of projects are typically reserved for large investors. Again, usually large investors are basically the people who kind of get access to specific tokens right before it's made available to the public, which kind of in turn makes them more richer than they already are. But when it comes to Polkastarter is different from traditional fundraising tools, right? Polkastarter kind of ensures that the community members get the early access before any other major player can, which kind of creates the fair system, right? POLS is the native utility token of the Polkastarter ecosystem and has the following use cases. So what is the main use cases of POLS tokens? We've basically gone through a few of them, but let's go through some of them in detail. IDO whitelisting. Community members cannot participate in an IDO unless their address is whitelisted by a project that is raising funds. Whitelist spots are distributed at random but follow a pro rata ownership of POLS tokens. For every 250 polls in an address, a user receives one entry or ticket for the whitelisting lottery. The more entries they have, the higher their chances of successfully being whitelisted. Additional information about whitelisting and the IDO process is available in this guide. So again, there are a lot of things to unpack here. So whitelisting is one of the main features that POLS token holders are able to take advantage of, which is basically they have to hold a minimum of 250 POLS tokens on their wallet, and that gives them one entry. Okay, so the more number of POLS tokens you have, the higher number of entries that you will have, which will increase your chance of being chosen to invest in a particular pre-sale project, right? And that's basically a lottery-based system, which is completely based on how much POLS tokens you have in your wallet, right? And that's the main feature of POLS. Liquidity mining. POLS token holders may provide liquidity to the ETH POLS pool and the BNB POLS pool on Uniswap and PancakeSwap. So you can also provide liquidity on the Ethereum blockchain using the ETH POLS pool or on the Binance Smart Chain with Binance Coin or BNB POLS pool in order to earn liquidity mining rewards paid out in the form of POLS tokens, right? Governance. Token holders need to stake POLS in order to vote and submit proposals. Proposals are first discussed off-chain and subsequently submitted as an on-chain proposal. Each on-chain proposal will be reviewed and implemented by the Polkastarter development and management team. So you also have governance rights by holding the POLS tokens, and basically proposals are initial discussions are basically conducted off-chain and subsequently submitted to the on-chain proposals, and each on-chain proposal will basically be reviewed and implemented by the Polkastarter development and management team. So depending on how you want to change the course of the Polkastarter project, you can basically vote on proposals which will then be looked upon by the Polkastarter development as well as the management team, right? The protocol consists of the following major components. So these are some of the main components of Polkastarter. Fixed swaps limits the amount of ETH or BNB a community user can exchange for a project's token. So again, you are basically limited on how much ETH or BNB can be exchanged for a project's token within the Polkastarter ecosystem. This mechanism ensures an IDO participant cannot receive an outsized number of tokens early in the listing process, with the goal of maintaining decentralization and permissionless participation. So by preventing, by having this mechanism of fixed swaps, you are basically being prevented by making sure that you don't dump the tokens and kind of like toppling the price immediately after an IDO project gets listed, right? So that's a very interesting feature. Interoperability. Polkastarter is currently available on both Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. Polkastarter strives to expand to more chains and provide opportunities for projects and community members to participate in IDOs. Again, it was initially available on Ethereum, but now it's available on the Binance Smart Chain as well, and it basically plans to expand to other blockchains as well. And since it's a Polkadot project, it will also be available on Polkadot, which is also interoperable with the Kusama blockchain, right? So that's very interesting. The project has raised $875,000 from 2 rounds of token sales, where 42.5% of the POLS token total token supply has been sold at the following prices. So the seed sale price for the token was 1.25 cents per POL. Private sale is basically 2.5 cents per POLs, and Uniswap listing price was 5 cents per POLs, right? So that's basically how it was initially sold. About 42.5% of the total supply was sold to raise $875,000 using 2 rounds of sales, right? Learn more about the token economics of Polkastarter here. So again, please click on to this link in order to learn about the Polkastarter's token economics. As of May 19th, which was basically since today morning, the maximum token supply of POLS is 100 million tokens, and the circulating supply is 66.6%. Again, a very nice number, like 100 million tokens, which is something that I really appreciate, because of the fact that if there's more tokens, you're gonna get like short-term price dumping due to inflation. But a number equal to or below 100 million tokens is kind of like a fair game. And since this token has pretty much the sweet spot for 100 million tokens, I'm already very much a fan of this project, even before I knew about the maximum supply. But this only makes it much more better, right? And the circulating supply is also relatively high, which means that there's not a lot of price dumping is going to happen. 66.6% of the tokens are in circulation, which is really good, right? So again, please go to Binance research page in order to learn more about Polkastarter, to do a peripheral analysis before you put your money on this token, right? So let's go to the Polkastarter website. Polkastarter again has a really cool website. You can go to polkastarter.com in order to access their website. They are basically talking about how it is important to raise capital in a decentralized manner. You can clearly see some of the projects that they are also currently in the upcoming pools. If you see Nefi, Drops, both of them are new projects that will be available. Paralink, Dot Moves, Siri network, Stratos, and so on and so forth, right? So you can also get notified by clicking on this link. Featured pools, so these are some of the projects that have already raised funds through Polkastarter. Ethermon 2 and Ethermon 1 basically are 2 rounds, I believe, and both of them have raised 31 ETH, which is a really good achievement. And Pink Node 1, Wilder World 1 have also raised funds. So again, several projects, several popular Ethereum-based projects, as well as Polkadot and several other chain-based projects were also a part of the Polkastarter, launchpad. Again, there are several projects that we have also covered in this channel. You can check it out. So that's pretty much it when it comes to the platform itself. You can also click the Go to app in order to access the app itself, right? So let's go to the CoinGecko page for Polkastarter. So Polkastarter is currently ranked 247th by market cap on CoinGecko and is currently trading at $2.36. So if you see the IDO price for the seed token sale, as well as even the Uniswap sale for this token, if you had bought it at that time, you would probably be sitting in a really decent gains right now, because highest price you could have bought it through Uniswap back at the time was 5 cents, and if you had held it throughout, you would be in a really comfortable position right now, where the token is $2.36, right? And this token also had a recent dip of 29.6% in the past 24 hours, which is because of all the cryptocurrency tokens in the crypto market are also dumping because of speculation, right? So the market cap is $153.9 million in market cap, which is again relatively low for such a popular project, which has been the platform that has launched several high quality projects. So again, this definitely has a lot of room to grow, and once the Polkadot ecosystem goes live, I think this project is going to explode, because the Polkadot being a very new ecosystem will have a lot of IDO opportunities, which may probably want to be listed on the Polkastarter page, and that's going to drive traction to Polkastarter, right? The max supply is 100 million, and we already know that the circulating supply is 66.9 million tokens, which is a very organic number, which obviously is definitely a better number than several other circulating supplies in proportion to several other tokens' max supply, right? So if we take the charts, for example, this token did literally pump extremely hard, and if you see, the data for this token is available since September 28th, when it was initially worth about 36 cents. So immediately after it went public, from a price of 5 cents on Uniswap, it went up to 36 cents, where it was continuing to be sometimes dipping as low as 17 cents or 15 cents, but overall it was in the somewhere between 0.15 cents and 0.6 or 0.7 cents, $0.7, which basically kind of was the case till the end of December. But I believe early this year was when the action started happening, when this token went above $1 for the first time, and then it was kind of consolidating for a few days before shooting to its all-time highs of about $6.47, again crashing back down, and then kind of consolidating up and down and up and down, and now it's kind of the downtrend, obviously because of the bearish pattern in the crypto market. But I do believe that this token can retest the $2 range, which will also be a good price to enter, right? But if you do feel like this, you want to get into this token after doing your own research, obviously, this would still be a really good price point, right? If you go to the Bitcoin comparative, on the other hand, again, pretty similar pattern, but in early stages, this token was much more different when it comes to the Bitcoin comparative versus the dollar comparative. So from 28th of September last year, this token was worth 3,300 Satoshis, and then it went to a relative all-time highs in Bitcoin comparative of 5,800 Satoshis before crashing back down to 960 Satoshis and moving sideways. And the real action only started early this year, when the token went from 5,300 Satoshis to an all-time highs of about 13,157 Satoshis, and then it's been on a downtrend since then, right? I believe that this token can retest the 5,700 Satoshis mark, which is a very good possibility. I do believe that throughout the weekend, this coming weekend, the market is going to continue going down or moving sideways, which will probably make Polkastarter even more cheaper than what it is available right now when it comes to Bitcoin comparative as well as dollar comparative, right? But if you look at the Ether comparative, you can clearly see that this token has had similar pattern to Bitcoin comparative. The early price point for Ether was 0.001 Ether, and then it kind of crashed down to 0.0004 Ether, and then early January it went from 0.0009 all the way till an all-time highs of about 0.003 Ether per token before coming to an all-time decline of about again, not all-time lows, it was kind of like an all-time decline, and now it's kind of like slightly above 0.0008 Ether per token, right? Again, it is kind of looking like it's about to rebound on the Ethereum comparative, but it's still a really good opportunity to buy, but expect this token price to go lower through the weekend, right? If you take the markets, you can clearly buy it on Binance, although it's not updated on CoinGecko. You can also get it from Huobi Global, Uniswap, Gate.io, and BKEX, although I would really avoid BKEX. If you can get it from Binance, there's really no reason to get it from anywhere else, right? If you're looking to get it from decentralized exchanges, Uniswap and PancakeSwap, which is also missing here, are the good places to buy, right? So my thoughts on this project, I believe that every project, Polkadot project, has an incredibly bright future because of the fact that they are already pumping even before their parachain auctions can go live. But once Polkadot's parachain auction goes live, these projects will do a massive X, and that will start a mini Polkadot based bull market, right? And that will make Polkastarter, which is one of the most popular IDOs on the decentralized world, will definitely be one of the most best performing token. I do believe that this token has a price point of $5 minimum by mid of this year, and by the end of this bull run, it can even cross the $10 mark, right? It has everything built in for it to happen. It is also the place where extremely high quality decentralized projects were also launched. So it is going to be the cradle, kind of like a cradle of decentralized finance, and it will continue to grow, and it's definitely a long-term play, right? And with this market kind of correction, it's an amazing opportunity to buy some high quality cryptocurrencies, including Polkastarter, for about 30% discount, which is something that's a really good buy opportunity. So if you are looking to buy this, obviously not financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. If you're looking to buy this token, I would probably do dollar cost averaging, because I do believe that this token can retest the $2 mark through this weekend, right? But again, there will be a rebounding period. I don't think the rebounding period is going to come anytime soon. Either the cryptocurrency market is going to go down or it's going to move sideways, and it all depends on Bitcoin's motion, right? So again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please click the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.